The Looney Tunes Golden Collection was an annual series of 6 4-disc DVD box sets from Warner Brothers' home video unit Warner Home Video, each containing about 60 Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies animated shorts. The series began in October 2003 and ended in October 2008. Overview: The Golden Collection series was launched in the aftermath of the success of the Walt Disney Treasures series that itself collected archived Disney material. These collections were made possible after the merger of Time Warner and Turner Broadcasting System, along with a subsequent transfer of video rights to the Turner Library from MGM Home Entertainment to Warner Home Video. The cartoons included on this set are uncut, unedited, and digitally restored and remastered from the original successive Technicolor film negatives. However, some of the cartoons in these collections are derived from the Blue Ribbon reissues, as the original titles for these cartoons are presumably lost. Where the original titles, instead of the Blue Ribbon titles, still exist, Warner has taken the Blue Ribbon titles out. A handful of cartoons in the first two collections and the bonus cartoons on Volume 6 have digital video noise reduction artifacting. The noise reduction process sometimes unintentionally erases or blurs some of the picture on certain scenes of the cartoons, which has caused controversy among some Looney Tunes fans. The most recent collections, however, lack such artifacting. Since August 2007, Warner Brothers. Home Video has been quietly reissuing copies of the fourth disc of Volume 2 that lacks artifacting and interlacing, because of numerous complaints by consumers. Beginning with Volume 3, a warning was printed on the packaging explaining that the collection is intended for adults and the content may not be suitable for children. This goes along with Whoopi Goldberg's filmed introduction in Volume 3 that explains the history of ethnic imagery that frequently appears in cartoons of the 1930s and 1940s. Beginning with Volume 4, a singular disclaimer text card similar to Goldberg's spoken disclaimer precedes each disc's main menu. This is seen on the Tom and Jerry Spotlight collections and even on the back of the Woody Woodpecker and Friends Classic Cartoon Collection discs. The DVDs also feature several special features including interviews, documentaries of the people behind the cartoons such as Frizzfling, Bob Clampett, Tex Avery, Robert McKimson, Chuck Jones, musical conductor Carl Stalling, and voice artist Mel Blanc, pencil tests, and audio commentaries by animation historians Jerry Beck, Michael Barrier, and Greg Ford, as well as current animators Paul Dini, Eric Goldberg, and John Kricfalusi and voice actors Stan Freberg and June Foray. In addition to the appearances by the above-mentioned, there is interview footage of Stan Freberg, June Foray, Noel Blanc, Billy West, Keith Scott, Mark Ivania, Bob Bergen, Joe Alaskey, Bill Melendez, Willie Ito, Corny Cole, Peter Alvarez, and the children of the various directors, Robert McKimson, Jr., Ruth Clampett, Sybil Flung, and Linda Jones. Audio footage of Mel Blanc in recording sessions is heard as a bonus feature on several of the discs, as is an obscure audio clip of Arthur K. Bryan rehearsing a line as Elmer Fudd in What's Opera, Doc? In total, there are 356 cartoons spread throughout the 6 volumes. In some regions, such as Regions 2 and 4, each disc and each volume is packaged separately. Releases Volume 1 Volume 1 contains 56 cartoons mostly from the 1950s with a smaller selection of shorts from the 1940s. Popular shorts include Rabbit of Seville, Duck Amuck, Speedy Gonzales, Duck Dodgers in the 24½ century, Rabbit Fire, Rabbit Seasoning, Baseball Bugs, Drip Along Daffy, Deduce, You Say, Elmer's Candid Camera, For Sentimental Reasons. Disc-by-disc breakdown. Disc 1 is dedicated to Bugs Bunny, Disc 2 is dedicated to Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, Discs 3 and 4 consist of random shorts featuring other characters, grouped by director, Chuck Jones and Bob Clampett on Disc 3, Frizzfling and Robert McKimson on Disc 4. Statistics: 47 cartoons on this collection were released no earlier than August 1, 1948, and thus have been part of WB's own television packages. The remaining 9 cartoons were released prior to that date and thus were part of the Associated Artists Productions television package later owned by Turner. 3 of the creditless blue ribbons in the former package are featured with restored technical credits: the Foghorn Leghorn, Kit for Kat, and Scaredy Cat. Bugs Bunny dominates the set. In addition to having his own 14-cartoon disc, he appears on 12 more cartoons spread across the other 3 discs, for a total of 26 cartoons with Bugs Bunny. A total of 15 character debuts are on this set: Frigid Hair Bugs and Thugs, Bugs Bunny and the Three Bears, Bugs Bunny Gets the Boyd, Canary Row, Devil May Hare, Don't Give Up the Sheep, Drip Along Daffy, Elmer's Candid Camera, Fast and Furry Ooze, Feed the Kitty, Golden Yeggs, Hair Raising Hair, Hair Devil Hair, and Rabbit's Kin. Chuck Jones is the most represented director on the set, with 27 cartoons. 2 Oscar-winning cartoons are contained on this set, for Sentimental Reasons and Speedy Gonzales. Yankee Doodle Daffy is the only public domain cartoon to be restored on the set. Total of Looney Tunes cartoons are 29 and Merrie Melodies cartoons are 27. Volume 2 Volume 2 contains a broader selection of cartoons from the 1930s, 1940s, and 1950s including, What's Opera, Doc? One Froggy Evening, A Bear for Punishment, The Great Piggy Bank Robbery, Showbiz Bugs, I Loved a Singer, Tweety Pie, The Dover Boys, Porky and Wacky Land. This was the first volume to have 60 cartoons, which would continue to be the standard number in later volumes. Disc-by-disc breakdown: Disc 1, as in the first edition, contains only Bugs Bunny cartoons. Disc 2 contains Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote shorts, along with 4 cartoons from Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote creator Chuck Jones. Disc 3 contains 9 Sylvester Tweety shorts, along with 6 cartoons starring Daffy Duck and or Porky Pig. Disc 4 is an all-stars disc, though there is some relation between each cartoon on the disc. They are either musicals, Hollywood parodies, set on a stage, or incorporate other forms of show business. Statistics: 31 of the color cartoons on the set were in WB's own television packages, while the amount of AAP-owned color cartoons tripled from the last set to 27. The remaining 2 cartoons are the first from the Sunset Productions package to be released on one of the sets. Bugs Bunny, despite appearing in fewer cartoons in this set, still has the most representation, with 19 cartoons. This volume was the first to contain creditless blue ribbons released as such, in other words, their original credits were not found. Despite that, 4 blue ribbon cartoons did get restored to their original form on this set: Baby Bottleneck, Back Alley Uproar, Book Review, and I Love to Singer. In addition, although its opening wasn't found, Old Glory does have its original ending restored. Similarly, although it is still a blue ribbon, Have You Got Any Castles has previously excised footage featuring a caricature of Alexander Woollcott restored. Chuck Jones defends his title as most represented director on an LTGC set, having 22 cartoons. Friz Fling is a close second with 21 cartoons. Combined, they have 43 cartoons on this set, nearly 3/4 of all cartoons on this set. 3 character debuts are on the set: One Froggy Evening, I Loved a Singer, and Tortoise Beats Hair. The number of restored Oscar winners goes up to 3, as Tweety Pie joins the list. 4 public domain cartoons have been restored for this set: A Corny Concerto, The Dover Boys, Have You Got Any Castles? and Hollywood Steps Out. Total of Looney Tunes cartoons are 29 and Merrie Melodies cartoons are 31. Volume 3 Volume 3 contains a selection of cartoons mostly from the 1930s and 1940s, but with some from the 1950s and 1960s including such popular shorts as Hillbilly Hair, Birds Anonymous, Duck, Rabbit, Duck, Walkie Talkie Hawkie. Disc-by-disc breakdown: Disc 1, as with previous volumes, is only Bugs Bunny. Disc 2 features Hollywood caricatures and parodies. Disc 3 mainly concerns Porky Pig, with a few other pig-related cartoons thrown in. Disc 4 is the All-Stars disc. Statistics: 31 of the color cartoons come from the AAP package, more than any other set. The other 21 color cartoons were in WB's own packages. The 8 black and white cartoons were in the Sunset Productions package. Bugs Bunny remains the most represented character, having 20 cartoons on the set. 2 Blue Ribbon cartoons have their original titles restored, Daffy Duck and Egghead and Speaking of the Weather. Both shorts have incorrect ending music though due to the soundtrack being sourced from the Turner dubbed versions. Birds Anonymous joins the list of restored Oscar-winning shorts. Chuck Jones is once again the most represented director, having 15 cartoons on this set. The only other directors with at least 10 are Friz Freleng and Robert McKimson. These three combined for 38 of the cartoons on the set, almost two-thirds. 8 character debuts are on this set: I Haven't Got a Hat, An Itch in Time, The Honey Mousers, An Egg Scramble, Odorable Kitty, Porky's Romance, Rabbit Punch, Walkie Talkie Hawkie. 7 public domain cartoons have been restored for this release: Case of the Missing Hair, Falling Hair, Hollywood Capers, Pigs in a Polka, Porky Pig's Feet, The Wobbit Who Came to Supper, and Wack-Kiki Wobbit. In addition, the original release version of An Itch in Time was released without copyright protection, but for the Blue Ribbon version, a copyright was filed, and still stands to this day. Total of Looney Tunes cartoons are 18 and Merrie Melodies cartoons are 42. Volume 4 Volume 4 contains selections ranging from 1936 to 1966, including such popular shorts as Nighty Night Bugs, Cat Tales for Two, The Night Watchman. Disc by disc breakdown: Disc 1 continues the tradition of the only Bugs Bunny disc. Disc 2 is dedicated to director Frank Tashlin. Disc 3 contains only Speedy Gonzales cartoons. Disc 4 consists of cartoons starring obscure Looney Tunes cats, with a few Sylvester cartoons thrown in for good measure. Statistics: 40 of the color cartoons on this set were in WB's own television packages. The remaining color cartoons were in AAP package. All 9 black and white cartoons were in the Sunset Productions package. Bugs Bunny keeps his title as the most represented character, though his number of cartoons is down to 15, tied with Speedy Gonzales. Frank Tashlin, thanks to his own disc of 15 cartoons, is the most represented director on this set, breaking a 3-year streak from Chuck Jones, who, along with Friz Freleng and Robert McKimson, each have 14 cartoons. The remainder are directed by either Bob Clampett or Arthur Davis. Nighty Night Bugs, the only Bugs Bunny cartoon ever to win an Oscar, becomes the final Oscar-winning cartoon to have been included on OLTGC. 8 character debuts are on this set: Mexi Sali Schmoes, Kaidina Euro Unregistered Trademark The Kitten, The Aristocat, Cat Tales for Two, and Mississippi Hair. The Night Watchman is the only cartoon on this set with its original titles restored after years of existing only as a Blue Ribbon reissue. Porky's Railroad is the only public domain cartoon restored for this set. A Haunting We Will Go, Pancho's Hideaway, and The Wild Chase become the first cartoons with the abstract WB titles and the first cartoons from the Patty Flynn era to be restored. Total of Looney Tunes cartoons are 39 and Merrie Melodies cartoons are 21. Volume 5 Volume 5 contains 41 color cartoons and 19 black and white cartoons, including such popular shorts as Ali Baba Bunny, Bewitched Bunny, A Tale of Two Kitties, The Old Grey Hair. Disc by disc breakdown: Disc 1 features Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. This is the first time that the first disc is not entirely dedicated to Bugs Bunny, now sharing the spotlight with Daffy Duck. Disc 2 contains parodies of fairy tale stories. Disc 3 honors the work of director Bob Clampett. Disc 4 features Porky Pig and other early classics, all in black and white. Statistics: 22 of the featured color cartoons are from the AAP package, while the remaining 19 were in WB-owned packages. All 19 black and white cartoons are from the Sunset Productions package, a record. Bugs Bunny, with only 13 shorts, is no longer the most represented character. That title now goes to Porky Pig, with 17 cartoons on this set. Bob Clampett, helped in part by his own disc, is the most represented director on this set with 21 cartoons. 3 character debuts are on this set, A Tale of Two Kitties, and Bewitched Bunny. A record 5 creditless blue ribbons have their original titles restored on this release: The Bear's Tale, Holiday for Shoestrings, Little Red Walking Hood, The Trial of Mr. Wolf, and You Were Never Duckier. 8 public domain cartoons have been restored for this release: Eaten on the Cuff, or The Moth Who Came to Dinner, Farm Frolics, Phony Fables, Porky's Pooch, Porky's Preview, Scrap Happy Daffy, The Wacky Wobbit, and A Tale of Two Kitties. Total of Looney Tunes cartoons are 35 and Merrie Melodies cartoons are 25. Volume 6 Volume 6 concludes the entire series of the Golden Collection. The ratio of color to black and white cartoons is the same as the previous volume. This volume contains such popular shorts as Hair Trigger, Bare Feet, Norman Normal. Statistics: among restored cartoons in the main program, 24 of the color cartoons were in WB's television packages. A total of 23 cartoons are in the AAP package. The rest of the black and white cartoons are in the Sunset Productions package. This set is the first not to contain a disc at least partially dedicated to Bugs Bunny. In fact, including bonus cartoons, this set has the fewest Bugs cartoons with only 3. Sylvester is the most represented with 7 cartoons on this set. Chuck Jones, with 17 cartoons, regains his title as most represented director on this set. This set has the first harmonizing-era cartoons to be restored for DVD release. 12 harmonizing cartoons are featured on this set. 3 character debuts are on this set: Buddy's Day Out, Hair Trigger, and You Don't Know What You're Doing'. A record-shattering 15 cartoons from the public domain are restored for this release: The Booze Hangs High, Bosco the Doughboy, Congo Jazz, Crowing Pains, Daffy, The Commando, The Ductators, Fifth Column Mouse, Meet John Doughboy, One More Time, Page Miss Glory, Rookie Review, Smile, Danya, Smile. To Duck or Not to Duck, We're in the Money, and You Don't Know What You're Doing'. Crowing Pains is the only creditless blue ribbon to have its original titles restored on this set. Norman Normal is the first cartoon from the Warner Bros. 7 Arts era to be restored for DVD release. Total of Looney Tunes cartoons are 34, Merrie Melodies cartoons are 40 and Cartoon Special Cartoon, S, are 1. Re-release: in 2011, Warner repackaged all volumes in a single pack. Other DVD releases of Looney Tunes Looney Tunes, Spotlight Collection . Concurrently with the Golden Collections, WB also released the Looney Tunes, Spotlight Collection, each volume of which packaged half of the cartoons of a Golden Collection, on 2 DVDs. The exception to this practice was in 2005, with Warner's Home Video instead releasing the somewhat misnamed Looney Tunes Movie Collection, which featured DVDs containing edited versions of the Bugs Bunny Road Runner movie and Bugs Bunny's third movie, 1001 Rabbit Tales. Looney Tunes Superstars . In November 2009, it was reported that 2 new single-disc DVD releases, with 15 cartoons each, would be released in April 2010. It was also reported that these 30 cartoons would not contain any duplicates that had already been released as part of the Looney Tunes Golden Collection releases. This series of DVDs is called Looney Tunes Superstars, and the first 2 titles are Bugs Bunny, Hair Extraordinaire and Daffy Duck, Frustrated Fowl. These new DVDs still have the cartoons digitally restored and remastered, in addition to being shown uncut and uncensored. A second set of Looney Tunes Superstars DVDs was released on November 30, 2010. The titles in the second wave are Foghorn Leghorn and Friends, Barnyard Big Mouth and Tweety and Sylvester, Feline FWENZY. Some viewers noted discs of the first wave proved to be cropped and distorted and otherwise poorly restored to present the shorts in widescreen as opposed to their original aspect ratio. Warner Brothers stated the reason for this was that all post-1953 WB shorts were shown in matted widescreen in theaters. On December 1, 2010, Animation expert Jerry Beck explained on the Showcase Internet Radio Call and Talk program, "Studios show that Warner aimed this series not at collectors but at the mass market who expect it to fit on their widescreen TVs." He speculated that at some point down the road there will probably be a double-dip release of those shorts in a collector's DVD version with the video in full-frame format. However, the Foghorn Leghorn disc contains both the matted widescreen versions and the original full-screen. Jerry Beck stated on Stu's show on December 1, 2010 that 2011 would see new superstar releases of Roadrunner, another Sylvester titled Sylvester and Hippity Hopper, and another Bugs. Looney Tunes Platinum Collection equals. Another new series, Looney Tunes Platinum Collection, was released on Blu-ray. The first volume was released on November 15, 2011. A 2-disc DVD version of the Platinum Collection was made available on July 3, 2012. The first 2 discs overlap with releases from the Golden and Superstars collections. Available shorts. This is a listing of the shorts in the Warner Bros. Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies series currently available on the Looney Tunes Golden Collections, and its successors, Looney Tunes Superstars, Looney Tunes Mouse Chronicles and The Essential Bugs Bunny and The Essential Daffy Duck. A new series has made it to Blu-ray with the Looney Tunes Platinum Collection. See the Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies filmography for a more detailed list of all the shorts. This list also provides shorts included as bonus cartoons on MISC. DVDs. Key Looney Tunes, Merrie Melodies, was reissued as a blue ribbon Merrie Melody, NT non-theatrical shorts, X, Y Volume X, Disc Y, PC Looney Tunes Platinum Collection, BB Looney Tunes Superstars Bugs Bunny, Hair Extraordinaire, DD Looney Tunes Superstars Daffy Duck, Frustrated Fowl, FL Looney Tunes Superstars Foghorn Leghorn and Friends, Barnyard Big Mouth, She Looney Tunes Superstars Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, Super Genius Hijinks, PLP Looney Tunes Superstars Pepe Le Pew, Z Best of Z Best, PP Looney Tunes Superstars Porky Pig, Hilarious Ham, FF Looney Tunes Superstars Tweety and Sylvester, Feline FWENZY, WW Looney Tunes Superstars Bugs Bunny, Wascally Wobbit, MC Looney Tunes Mouse Chronicles, The Chuck Jones Collection, EP Essential Bugs Bunny, EDD Essential Daffy Duck. See also, Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies filmography, 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 Looney Tunes and Merrie Melodies filmography. The Golden Age of Looney Tunes, Looney Tunes Superstars, the successor series of DVDs dedicated to one star of the series per DVD, Looney Tunes Platinum Collection Blu-ray successor. References